I'm Tom from Pack Hacker, and in this video we're taking a detailed look at the Eagle Creek Packet Gear Cubes, which I've been testing over the course of the last 2 weeks, including a road trip to the Smoky Mountains. One of my favorite things about these cubes is the robust and durable weather-resistant fabric on the outside, but with that comes a cost. They are bulky, not very lightweight, and definitely harder to pack. So let's get into all the details. So the main material on the gear line is 100% recycled 900D poly twill. And you get this kind of very weather resistant exterior fabric. It's also 100% recycled, which is a big tenet that Eagle Creek likes to follow. Most of their products now use recycled materials, which is pretty great. So we have the medium X3 right here. We have the medium size here. And then we have these small gear pouch. These are from the gear line. There are 2 other lines in Eagle Creek's new packing cubes. We have the Reveal and Isolate, which we'll cover in separate videos, but this one's all about the gear. So the X3 takes up the same footprint as the medium, and it's basically X3 because it's 3 times the capacity of the smaller sized gear packing cube, which we actually do not have. But I would say it's about 2 times the size of that medium cube. So definitely a lot of space there. And just while we're talking about the medium X3, I wanted to bring out the Eagle Creek Wayfinder. This is a 40-liter bag, and I just wanted to show you, if you're doing any minimalist one-bag travel, definitely not the cube for you. So it's not really gonna fit in this way. Maybe it will if it's more empty, but I can fit it in going top down. So let me throw that in. And yeah, you basically have most of your bag taken up by that. So up to you whether or not you like this. The material is very rigid and it's hard to slide in, and it's kind of grippy. So I think these are better for some of Eagle Creek's duffels or bigger bags that they offer versus if you're trying to do one bag travel, unless you have a very specific use case for this kind of a cube on the road. I took this on a recent road trip to the Smoky Mountains, and I actually just used this as a standalone bag because I just had some shoes and extra items, which was nice. So I'll just open it up and give you a show inside here. You have the weather resistant zoom zippers on the sides as well. So those are pretty decent. Not YKK, so definitely always have some concerns, but we like Zoom. We've tested a lot of bags with Zoom now, and I think they've held up pretty well. So I'll show you what I got inside here. I've just got a Cotopaxi packable bag, some slippers, and then some heavy boots. And this is the kind of gear that's gonna lend itself well inside of these gear cubes. Set these off to the side. What else is gonna work well in here is anything pointy. So if you had some outdoor camping gear, things like that, anything pointy would work well in here because you can really see the structure of that fabric. It's very structured. Inside, it looks soft on camera and when you look at it, but it's pretty stiff on the inside, which lends itself well to gear. So yeah, basically a giant cube here, and then they feature this kind of mesh pocket at the top for anything smaller that you want to pop inside. And there's a little bit of dimensionality to this pocket as well. I really liked just dumping outdoor stuff here on a road trip. It was really nice, and just tossing it in the back of the trunk. It was great for that. There's some other features on this too that I want to cover on the exterior. So we've got handles here on the sides. These are great to have on both sides because with a cube this big, it's nice to be able to haul that around the room after you take it out of a duffel bag, or you just want to haul it around, and the top can be open as well when you do that. And then these little snap clamps here, you can attach anything you want to the outside. At one point I had a carabiner on here that I was hanging something on the outside of, but basically these snap off and they can attach to other Eagle Creek bags. Not the Wayfinder that I showed you earlier in this video. It doesn't have anything like that inside, but the Eagle Creek duffels and some of their other bags will have those gear attachment points. So now let's take a look at the medium. Pretty much the same thing going on. You can see here, just comparing them next to one another. The X3 has the 2 attachment points, and the regular medium size just has the 1 here. Again, handles on both sides to haul it around. We've got the same sized zoom zipper. Basically the same thing here, just a little bit smaller And I'll just open that up to give you a look, but it's basically the same. So I've got some clothing inside, you know, just to give you an idea. One pair of pants, I'm about a 34 by 36. Another pair of shorts in there. Got 2 shirts, 3 shirts, 4 shirts. And that's fitting in there pretty well. And again, this is like it's pretty well suited for like outdoor and camping gear, especially if it's pointier. And then of course you got the mesh pocket at the top. Also, if anything's wet, either inside or outside, it does a good job with that too. So I had some like wet, muddy boots that I just tossed into here when I was heading back from my road trip after a hike, which is great. It's nice to have that as an option. Now I want to move on to the last piece we have here in the gear line, and this is the small pouch. And this, I'm kind of hit or miss on. Again, like if you want like a water resistant, robust pouch to put outdoor gear in, I think it's a great shout. But normally, I think I'd go for a bit more of like a malleable fabric here and a bit thinner of like a fabric, so I can stick this inside of like a bigger packing cube or bag, just because this takes up such a big footprint. If you're trying to pack small and pack light, you can definitely feel it, especially on a pouch of this size. So your mileage may vary. If you want the extra protection, again, you have a specific use case, that's great. But I like something like this a little bit more, like this small Topo accessories organizer, just because there's, you know, a little bit more flexibility to it. And then I'll usually put these smaller pouches inside of a more protective bag. But you know, if you wanted this hanging out and you wanted it to be water resistant for whatever reason, that would definitely work too. But for me, I just think it's a little bulky for the size that it is. And I don't really need like, you know, waterproof and all this protection for a organizer of this size. But again, your mileage may vary. Zoom zipper over the top, very simple construction. You just got these 2 pieces of fabric kind of like sewn onto one another. 4 attachment points in the back if you want to insert this inside of a one of their bags. I mean, this could be good if you had like the duffel bag full of like wet, you know, hip waders or something like that, and you just wanted to like keep your wallet and your phone inside of here and keep that protected inside of a bag with that. I mean, it'd be good for that. We also have this little clip on the side here, so if you want to attach it to anything, you know, a little more casually, more so like on the outside, I think that works well too. All these cubes also featured this kind of simple paracord zipper pull that just gives you a little bit of extra grip. It's nice if you have gloves on and you're in the outdoors. It's got like kind of a little bit more of a robust grip than just grabbing the zipper itself. So there you have it, 3 items from the Eagle Creek Packet gear line. Head over to packhacker.com for more information. Link down below. We'll have more information over there and the best buying options that help support our channel at no additional cost to you. Thanks for keeping it here at Pack Hacker, your guide to better gear. We'll see you in the next video.